cameras decide that they have to have a microphone on them. It's like I didn't get a camera because I wanted a damn microphone on it. And so what happens is when you're freaking doing this, it's connecting the for some reason my mic was unplugged. So it was connecting the camera and giving you a high pitched sound that I didn't hear, which I could have dealt with, but obviously you couldn't because you're a pussy. But even still,
it's really freaking loud and annoying. I'm sorry.
But you did. But we do this show together, so I mean, I'm really loud and annoying. What's your point? I've been told that I'm too loud on these shows before. Yeah.
I've been told that too, that I'm too loud and I talk way too much. And then I'm like, do you want me to be silent the whole time?
What do you say? I don't, don't watch. I don't know what to tell you.
I could talk about the 90s for like an hour if you want me to.
They might want that now. Who knows, right? Adjust my camera. I did all this. Set all this on my... Yeah, go ahead.
Have you noticed that OBS has OBS been dropping your green screen?
No, not yet. But now
it's been like
I don't want you to see this mess.
Oh no, no. Every time I walk away, it like. Oh my God, what is that?
You don't recognize that?
I don't think so.
Never ending story.
Oh, okay. Mine's Niobe problematic picture.
Yeah, do you have a shot of her butt too, so we could get kicked off of something else?
I don't. Shockingly, Niobe doesn't do a lot of butt shots, but I did try to find one. I do.
He gets a lot of shit for that, but I mean, to be honest, I don't even think he does nude variants.
I know. Well, no, I don't think he does.
So I don't know why they give him shit for that, but look, so you called it. It's like Beetlejuice, man.
Speaking of
Niobe, he says, "Hey there,
hey, Niobe,
right
how are you doing?"
Somebody said, "Oh, hey, look, man, look, chat. It's just like Steph saw what you did last week, right? And then all of a sudden, Steph shows up. It's like this person has the best background. Yeah,
I do have the best background. Sexy Niobe right here. Yeah. Do I have? Yeah, I do still have Steph Wilson as well. Still back here.
You haven't missed anything, Larry. We just started anyway.
I'm here to cause problems and upset people. That's why I have big boobies on it.
Calling people in. So we could try this. Let's try this. We can try this with other names down the line and see who shows up.
Rob Liefeld. Feet.
Okay, so you saw that, right? The whole Liefeld just feet.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, right. So everybody's talked about that right now, and now he's also like posting videos or pictures of his feet now for everybody, right? No, we weren't talking about Niobe except for the fact that Chad used her in his background.
I've been
doing butt shots. But the only reason that we talked about butt shots in Niobe wasn't because there's butt shots in Niobe. Was because last week, that's because last week Chad had a Steph Wilson post up there and used both the front and the back for his thing and got his kicked off of Twitch.
Yeah,
which by the way is not connected either. I don't know if you saw that.
It's not. No, I know. It's connected to yours though, I think.
Yeah, but I'm not having butt shots.
Well, I'm sorry.
I got that. And you can't.
I've been just to promote sexy ass and titty art. I've just been going through everybody, and Niobe was up next because it popped up. So I'm like, all right, we're doing Larry's Niobe. Aw, you're welcome, buddy. I love it.
So who's going to be next week?
I haven't decided yet. I might do Dan Mendoza.
Dan Mendoza?
Yeah, Zombie Tramp.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I do know Zombie Tramp.
Yeah. Oh, Mike. Okay. It might get DeBalfo.
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 It's kind of like you ever heard that say that Willem Dafoe sounds like a frog. Willem Dafoe.
I actually thought I actually didn't know who Larry Niobe's artist was, but now I know.
There you go. See, the more you learn.
He's very good though. I actually do dig it a lot. Yeah, sexy shit right there. Look at that. Des Moines. I do enjoy Larry's problematic image of the day. I'm like, yeah. No, his is a legend. Knows a lot for Lady Death, which I actually never read.
I've only seen I have never read it, but I've seen like half of the movie that's out. They have an animated movie.
Oh, he just did this cover behind me. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there was a Lady Death movie?
Mm-hmm. It was animated. I don't think
that.
it was in theaters or anything like that. So
I would be very surprised if the Lady Death movie was in theaters.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, Needle liked it.
Wasn't Heavy Metal in theaters though?
I'm not that old. I think they did. Did they do Heavy Metal 2000 in theaters? They might have.
Did. From the comic known as Rags. Luigi. Oh, you got a artist named Luigi? That's awesome. I want to have an artist named Luigi on my team.
At that point in time, if your name is Luigi, you should just change it to Mario.
Luigi Mario.
Luigi Mario. You know me. It's me, Luigi.
It's Luigi. It's Mario and Luigi Mario. The best movie in the world.
You know what? I did not hate that movie. As everybody hates that movie has so much hate on it. What did you expect? What do you expect from a Super Mario Brother movie?
Not that. I guess. Like the first thing I think, the last thing I think of, or maybe the first thing I think of, is not like urban streets in like a post-apocalyptic world or whatever.
No, you just a dragon and jumping it down. Well, the whole concept of that movie was supposed to be what actually happened, and the game designers hearing the story and creating Super Mario Brothers, the game. That was the original concept of that movie.
Wait. So you're saying that this was supposed to be the lore of Mario?
Exactly. Like that wasn't. They weren't basing. It's like they weren't basing the movie on the game. They were basing on the movie on what actually happened, and the game developers took what actually happened and made the Super Mario Brothers game.
Oh,
yeah, that's what the whole concept was. Somehow they dropped that concept and completely
and
dropped the ball while they were at it.
They missed that entirely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although I do, now that I think about it, I do want a Grand Theft Auto style Mario game. Like I would love me like going in to the Mario world. It's just the urban city, hookers everywhere. And out comes this plumber.
Goombas dressed as hookers.
Yes, Goomba hookers.
And you got the Koopa kids as the pimps.
No, I mean, when for a fact that Wendy is gonna be like, she's not a pimp. She's like the queen of strippers and hookers.
Who's Wendy?
That's one of the Koopa kids.
Oh, is that right? Okay. I don't know.
It's the female one.
No, I did. You know more about this. I know.
You bring up the Koopa kids, but you know nothing about it?
There's Spike. Well, no, there is no Spike. But there's an Iggy.
There is an Iggy. There's an Iggy. Congratulations.
Yeah.
There's also a Ludwig, an Iggy, and more.
I played Super Mario Brothers. I played Super Mario Brothers World. I've beaten Super Mario Brothers World with the help of other people, but still, that's not.
I've watched people play.
I was there when they got beaten.
I have never beaten Super Mario World or anything. Now that I think about it, just Odyssey. Yeah, that's the only Mario game I ever beat with Super Mario Odyssey. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
there we go. See,
really? Okay, so let's look at this for a second. You've got Larry, Morton, Wendy, Iggy, Roy, Lemmy, and Ludwig. Like every other name, they said we were going to go with something weird, right? Okay, Larry, that's a normal name. Yeah. Larry. I had an uncle named Larry. Okay, Larry. Yeah.
There's Larry Higgins, which now we know is a Koopa kid. We know that. And then we have Niobe.
Yeah, Larry. Then we'll see what happened after Mario defeated the Koopas. He went and started Niobe.
Larry Higgins was the Koopa kid that started Niobe.
He's done well for himself.
Yes, I'm very proud of him.
Well, okay, but no, I pulled this back up for a reason.
Yeah.
All right. So you have Larry, which is a normal name. Wendy, okay, yeah.
Sure.
I actually have a cousin named Wendy. We don't like to talk about it.
I hate most people named Wendy,
Yeah,
so I get it.
But I get you, right. And then you have Roy. But they kind of decided to throw it in every other name. They have Morton,
Morton,
Lemmy, and Ludwig. What are you? Okay, so obviously you have one guy who didn't get stoned, named 3 of them, and the other guy did. Or maybe it's the same guy. This is before and after a joint. I don't know what you would call that.
I'm pretty sure one of them, he was trying to say like Lenny, but because he had the southern drawl, he was like Lemmy.
That there's Lemmy.
Lemmy.
Lemmy?
Oh
no, Lemmy.
Lemmy.
It's Lemmy, y'all.
Lemmy, and then Ludwig. Just sounds that sounds like a terrorist. Like, I'm sorry, but if Mario went up against Ludwig, I would expect him to like nuke the shit out of Mario.
Okay, Ludwig's got the weird hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Ludwig is obviously based off of Beethoven.
You think?
Well, I mean,
wow! Oh my god!
Right?
Tell me more.
So
Iggy's based off of Iggy Pop.
Oh shit! Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure that's where you got it.
So who the hell is Morton?
Morton Taylor.
Okay, so Lemmy. Okay,
I don't know.
Lemmy's what? Motorhead.
Oh. By God. Well then, yeah. Who's Morton?
Who the hell is Morton? Morton Downey Jr. He was a guy he was like the first Jerry Springer. You ever heard of him? For the longest time, I thought Robert Downey Jr. was Morton Downey Jr.'s. Morton. I don't think it's Morton Downey. What is his dude's name? Morton. Anyway, he used to have a talk show like Jerry Springer. And,
okay.
Before there was a Jerry Springer. Like, I know, Morton Downey Jr. That's his name. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up.
Not to be confused with the Murray Show. There's too many freaking talk shows. I hate most talk shows too.
Well, yeah. Like, I mean, but I think they're going out of style. I think they're kind of giving way now. The talk shows are really just in the style of judges, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I think currently, oh yeah, there we go. That guy. Yeah. I have no idea. I've never seen this guy.
No, he was a very. In fact, he even did.
He looks like the father from Twin Peaks. And he looks like he's gonna sniff you.
like the father from Twin Peaks.
Yeah, like the father from Twin Peaks. Yeah.
I can't remember the guy. He was in RoboCop. The guy from Twin Peaks.
The guy who plays Dale Cooper.
Is that the father's name?
No, that's the father. That's Father Twin Peaks. Let's see, Father Twin Peaks. Who's Father Twin Peaks?
Ray Wise.
Yeah, that guy. He was supposed to be at Motor City Nightmares and he didn't show up. And I was so sad about that.
Oh, really? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up because now that it doesn't want to.
Him and then the other, but I did meet
this guy.
Yeah, I know who he is.
What the hell is that? Yeah.
Lord, he falls into the coffin. He falls into the grave. It was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever seen.
Confused the hell out of me. Yeah, he was in Predator 2. Lemmy Motorhead. It's like the go-to creepy guy. He was on How I Met Your Mother too.
Ray Wise.
In fact, yeah, he was one of their fathers. He was Robin's father, and he was creepy. He was an asshole, right? Which he's really good at playing. But the one who played Agent, whatever the agent's name is.
Agent Cooper, Dale Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle MacLachlan.
Kyle MacLachlan. He was also one there.
He's in Fallout
too. Yeah, here. Have you ever watched what is it, Portlandia?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh. So Portlandia is Carrie, I can't remember her last name, and Fred Armstrong. And they kind of do skits, like Portland is where the 90s have gone to forever and eternally exist. Right, so they do a whole bunch of different skits. Yeah, you ever heard that? Portland is like where Portland stopped in the 90s and never went any further.
Oh, weird. I know a bunch of people who would enjoy the night. Never mind.
So they're usually on YouTube. But
Cheryl Fenn, that's the girl who I did get to meet. Cheryl Fenn, who played Audrey Horne. She's very sweet.
Who's Audrey Horne?
She was in Twin Peaks. She was
See,
the
you
hotel.
you
The
can
hotel.
name. I'm going to tell you my experience with Twin Peaks. Ready?
Mhm.
First episode, half of the second episode, Firewalk with Me.
Oh, well, you got to
That's
go
it.
back and watch it.
Do I? Do
Yeah,
I really?
I think you should.
You know, the thing about David Lynch is he's always like considered this huge directorial genius, right? But I've seen Lost Highway. I've
I
seen
haven't.
Eraserhead.
I
Oh
have
my
seen
gosh,
Eraserhead.
it seems a little. Sometimes So when do we draw the line exactly on what is artistic brilliance and just somebody mumbling?
Well,
Artistically speaking,
let's put it this way. Currently, everybody is gagaing over Taylor Swift's new album. So,
right? Because she's doing something like she's got the Post Malone tattoos now, right?
I guess
I saw that
so.
picture. Yeah, no.
My
Totally.
point is, though, is that there isn't really a line. There's never going to be a line.
Yeah, but okay. But I think there's a difference between Taylor Swift being a pop icon or whatever, but she's not considered like this mad artistic genius, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
She's not?
She's not. No, these girls are kind of swooning over her. Some guys too, whatever the case
I don't know.
is.
My
That's just
Facebook
kind of thing.
of 40-year-old men who do comic books are swooning over Taylor Swift, and it's
Are
kind
you
of creepy.
serious? Really?
Yes.
Why?
I'm not going to name names. I don't laid. I don't know. Lack of sex. I don't know.
But she's not like a musical genius or anything. I mean, I'm not saying that she's bad by a long shot. I'm not showing shade at Taylor Swift.
No, I like it.
Is there really a fucking
Oh yeah,
Taylor
the
Swift
Taylor
comic
Swift.
service? Is there that much going on?
Yes,
Oh my
there
God.
is. People are dedicating them to him. I do think it's funny though that it all it does is it reminds me of when like Billy Ray Cyrus had a comic, when Kiss have comics, so that's no different. But my God, Taylor Swift is everywhere, and they're not even fun covers either. Oh yeah, the Tidal Wave Comics Taylor Swift comic. They got a bunch of those.
There's like a Taylor Swift comic now.
Yes, yeah, they did a couple of other celebrity ones too.
They didn't make her like a superhero with the power to sing, right? She's not like a Dazzler ripoff, huh?
Oh,
I know that they wanted to like rip her off, like they wanted to make her Dazzler in the X-Men or whatever, right?
They wanted to do it in the yeah, and then there's the rumor that she's gonna play her in Deadpool and Wolverine. Like that's the big.
Okay, but you see, that would be funny, bro, right? I mean,
I hope so.
That would be funny. Yeah, I would have to say that. Would
absolutely. Well, it's kind of like kind of like when what's his name played Mr. Fantastic, Brian
Jim, Jim
Kransky,
John Kransky,
yeah. It's like that was really funny because like they got everybody with that. So then they just show up with Taylor Swift. I'd be like, yeah, let all the haters in. Let the rage flow through you.
I mean, that's basically what they'll have to lead into now for Marvel.
Oh, it's a biography.
Yeah. Oh, the Swift. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like there's so much that you can do with comics. I guess there's a market for biographical comics.
Absolutely.
But I would like to see if you're going to do biographical comic, it better be like a magical reality kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was that Ben Stiller movie where the extraordinary life of somebody, whatever the case is, and wherever he went somewhere, it was like an imagined, like fighting a dragon or flying or whatever the case is, but it was a metaphor for what was going on in life.
No, okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, as awesome as that sounds, that's not what a biograph. No,
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like it.
Z2
I don't want to
did that
because I'm going to get slammed for saying this, but I feel like it's a waste of the medium to not go all in that way. You know what I'm saying?
No. Because I get what you're saying, and I think that there should be comics like that where they are like metaphors and everything. Because I know that they do, I Kill Giants was a metaphor.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. So yeah, there are
absolutely.
comics like that, and I think that they're doable. But I do think that you're still going to get those people who just want the cut and dry. autobiographical comics. I'm gonna get that word right eventually.
They could just be picture books.
Pop-up books.
Just
God,
take
I would love that.
no. Well, you can do pop-up books too, for that matter. But
Dude, a
just take
Marilyn
pictures
Monroe
of the
pop-up
person
book,
or-
a Betty Page pop-up book, and you just open it and her tits just come out. And it'd be
I
great.
feel like that's exist. I feel like that exists.
Probably does.
In fact, I'd almost bet money on one of those being real. I mean, I'm serious.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, because there's playing cards of her, there's mint tins, there lunch boxes, there's all kinds of stuff of Betty Page. So
okay, so is she still alive or did she pass? Okay, she died.
No idea.
She died in 2008. But I heard like
it was a good movie. I like the movie, and and the comic is really good too.
I never finished reading the comic, but I do know that the dialogue in that comic was really good.
It's really, really good. Like, it could be used to like study dialogue.
Yeah. Look, Martha said never watched Twin Peaks. Read one of the novels, great, fast paced, but the ending was bullshit. Yeah, that's Twin Peaks.
I mean, yeah,
that's Twin Peaks.
You're going in for
David Lynch production. Period.
Listen, if you want the video game experience of Twin Peaks, just play Deadly Premonitions. That's just Twin Peaks the game.
Oh, is that weird thing that you sent me with the guy smoking 2 cigarettes at the same time?
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of my favorites.
This right here, right?
K in the coffee. I knew I could count on it. Never fails.
Yeah.
What is it? What is FK? What does that stand for?
It never explains. It never explains why that.
Just like Twin Peaks.
Yeah, the way I took it, the reason why I chose that line is because if I wanted to say the word fuck, I just use FK in the coffee. It's right there. Amazing.
Oh yeah. Hey, look. We've done this for 20 minutes now, right?
Oh, we haven't even did our opening.
In a world where people can talk about things, and there are people who have a lot to say about the things they are talking about. When there is nothing else to say, these people will talk about stuff with the confidence in knowing what they are saying. When they have things to say, they will start talking about the thing they need to talk about. This is the show that you don't want to miss when there are things to be discussed.
For the record,
because we're professionals.
Because we're professionals, and this show is the dumpster fire of the network. So
if you would like to see previous episodes, please look into the dumpster fire playlist on Indie Comics Network. We don't take that personally
because we get it.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You really are me.
Our secretary's in the green room right now doing.
Right.
Run! She's a ghost and a bitch.
That's why she puts in the dumpster fire. The ghost and a bitch.
And it was nice. It was nice to have our last stream for everybody. Thank you for cutting it away.
And we're fired. Congratulations. It's like Shots with Comics, and we're fired. Hello.
Except here, the shots are replaced with bullets, but still. Wow.
So, fun story about Run. She's a ghost and a bitch. You've watched Ghost Stories, right?
I have not. We've talked about this.
Okay, so that is what your kids had.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard good things. I haven't heard bad things.
Yeah.
Want to be a Chad guest?
A Chad guest. This looks. Aw, yeah. I'll be a guest. Anyway, so what I was saying is that whole anime is on Crunchyroll, and that is the official dub of that show.
Okay.
And so the reason why is that the creators thought the scripts were too boring when they got them from Japan. So they decided to create their own dub. And as long as they kept the core premise of each episode, they could say and do whatever they wanted. So some of the stuff is like incredibly racist, incredibly homophobic. There's a girl who's like super
Samurai
religious,
Cats, right?
Yeah, like Samurai Pizza Cats.
Yeah. Samurai Pizza Cats. Yeah. It's well, okay. what's interesting to me, I something I noticed that happened. You ever see a song written for an anime that's in English,
Mhm.
okay, and then they translate it to Japanese,
Mhm.
and they sing it in Japanese, but then they put the subtitles on it, and you're like, okay, well the subtitles are going to match up with the English, right? Nope, not even.
Nope, never.
Not even. Not
Nope.
even close.
Nope. I fucking hate that.
It's
Every time
not even close.
they're like, "How are you?" And then they're just like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Bro, that's not what." And then I get confused and then mad. Like, then I don't want to watch it because then I don't know what to believe.
Well, have you seen that? Like, okay, my daughter calls me a weeb. Whatever. Okay, look, here's
That's
the thing.
fair.
Sometimes,
Listen, wear that badge proud. I'm a weeb.
Yeah, look. Sometimes anime theme songs are bangers. That's just how it is.
Friggin' lootly.
They are bangers, right? So you go on Spotify and you try to look up, the theme song to whatever you're listening to.
Dude,
yeah, exactly, like Full Metal or
Bleach.
whatever.
One Piece, Naruto stuff are bangers. Like Wolf's Rain. Good lord.
Wolf's Rain. Yeah, Wolf's Rain, Yoko Kanno.
Mhm.
Yeah, Yoko Kanno's all got a Cowboy Bebop always has a warm place in my heart. It won't ever be replaced as my favorite, but there will be things that will get up there that will be on the same level.
Evangelion's theme. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, no, not that one though.
You
no.
bastard!
Oh, come on! Look, I've seen Voltron. I didn't like Voltron. I don't
Talking
need
about the
30
theme song, not the
I
show.
don't care. I don't know.
Anyway, make your point because now you're making me sad.
But so have you seen it? There you go on Spotify. You're looking for the theme song. You want it in Japanese. That's okay because we're cultured. That's what that means. We watch anime. We're cultured.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
So that's you want to be cultured. Watch anime, subtitled. No, not really.
Sure. Whatever.
Anyway, but the point is, but then they have these people on there that actually you can't find the Japanese version, but they've got those idiots that decided to sing it in the English version. And it is so bad.
Oh, there's one guy, and I know exactly what we're talking about. And actually now, Spotify has gotten really good with having a lot of the Japanese stuff. Like Bleach's theme. High and Mighty Color did the theme for it. They have the entire discography of High and Mighty Color.
Okay.
They have the pillows on there for FLCL, so they've gotten really good with their foreign.
Yeah, it's expanded out.
It's expanded, absolutely. Yeah. But there's this guy who did the song "Let Me Hear" from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas from Parasite, and
I do know Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, the band?
Yeah, the band. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, I would not the movie. The band.
They're kind of a screamo.
Yes.
Japanese version. I
guess.
Guess.
And I like that.
So,
but they did a translated version of it, and it wasn't even the actual translation. It was like just a completely different song.
Because it won't sound the same. The syntax isn't the same. And sometimes that syntax adds to what makes that song.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come up with the syntax for English versus Japanese, it doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit.
There's one girl that I do really like, though. She does a lot of covers of she does English translations of it. Let me bring her up. I think it's
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about because that's kind of who I'm kind of
Emily.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I like Emily. Oh, I love her Bluebird.
That she doesn't have talent. I'm just saying that's not what I want. That's just not
right. Yeah, you're not saying she's not good. It's just Oh yeah, Inuyasha also has a lot of bangers. So
I've only watched like
all
3
of
episodes
them.
of that.
All of them.
Bleach, the first song for Bleach was okay, and I don't remember
Orange Range.
The first,
Asterisk.
Yeah, that's the one that's like yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. And no, it lasted more than 2 or 3 episodes. I mean, they usually go for about what if it's a 24, 22 episode season,
12 season or 12 episodes, I think. 6
for the first season of Bleach.
I think so because I thought they did High and Mighty Colors. Irichi no Hana was the one that I think that came right after Asterisk, and that was like episode 12. I think is when that one started. So
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, so you're saying
I thought so.
In a season, there's how many episodes in season 1? Okay, in the season 1 of Bleach, the first season is 20 episodes. So
Yeah,
you usually get about halfway through, and then they'll switch the theme song.
Yeah. So yeah.
Which come on, let's be honest. How many times in your life, well, maybe not you, but people growing up in the 80s or even the 90s for that matter, whatever happened to the okay, look, we could change the damn theme song now.
Sure.
We've got the idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I completely applaud the Japanese culture changing the theme song after people are like, yeah, okay, we're tired of this shit. They're going to skip it anyway. But how do we get them to not skip it? We change the song. If it's a good song, I don't skip it when I watch something.
Right, exactly.
Because it adds to it. If it's bad or I've heard it a whole bunch of times, then I'll skip it.
Yes, I agree. No, and I do too. That's why I like. Do you know Kimi ni Todoke on Netflix?
The what?
Kimi ni Todoke.
Yeah, no.
From Me to You. Anyway, it's an anime.
You're a Sakadoji.
No.
Sakadoji? No, you don't want to talk about that one.
I don't know. Not that one. I don't know what you're talking about.
Legend of the Overfiend?
Oh, yes. Let's talk about Legend of the Overfiend. Let's talk about throwing a baby into the river. Because I hate it.
Oh, my gosh. That was a back room. When I was working at the video store, that was a back room anime. That one and two. So,
that
but
manga, I remember watching it and heavily enjoying that manga.
You watched the? You read the manga?
Yeah, I did it on Shops with Comics.
Okay.
Yeah, back in the day. And my Vault of Midnight, my local comic shop, refuses to order it. So
it was. I remember the story was pretty good. It was very rapey. Very rapey. Yes.
Yeah, almost like that was the plot. Anyway,
it's like hentai with a dash of action.
We're not getting into that because I can argue that it works as a plot piece, but it's still terrible.
Like Martha says here, like Ghost in the Shell, Inner Universe, great theme music. So, is there anything that you like the theme music but didn't like the show?
Damn, that's actually a good one.
I mean,
I'm trying to think.
I know of one.
My point with Kimi ni Todoke real quick is that the opening theme is like a really relaxing chill banger and like every time it comes on, I'm like, that it's great. Probably Elfenlade. No, Vampire in the Bund, I think was the one that I didn't really like, but I loved the theme, but I hate it. I did not like the anime at all. Is the one that comes to mind. Vampire in the Bund.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't even heard of that. Vampire in the Bund.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that somebody pregnant with a vampire? I don't.
No, unfortunately, it's not. That sounds way cooler. That just sounds like Twilight, but no, it was
it does actually.
It was a manga about a young vampire and her werewolf protector, and they were like it was pretty much just they were hiding from people, and then it becomes public and everything. So it's not great, but damn, the main theme was awesome.
There was one. And that's what it's. The band's called Hello Sleepwalkers.
Okay.
And the show now it used to come up all the time on Spotify. Like if you just let your Spotify play or whatever the case is, and it chooses songs for you based on whatever song you asked to play the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just randomly plays it. And so there's this one song that continually comes up by Hello Sleepwalkers. Don't ask me to pronounce it. I'm not going to. But
do it.
It drove me crazy because it's like, oh, this should be an awesome anime. This is an awesome song. The anime should be awesome. But it's like, but when I recognize it, what do I recognize it from? Noragami.
Oh.
Like shit.
Oh.
Talk about a theme song that is too good for a show. That is just lazy.
Ooh, I like the fact that you brought up Noragami because the manga, I actually liked the manga, and I watched the show, and it's so boring.
It is the dullest. But you hear the song, so you know the theme song, right? Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it's super,
yeah,
like theatrical.
Right. It's something that you could see maybe doing like Fooly Cooly or Kill a Kill, like doing that kind of theme song, but not like that show.
Do you know what show has a banger song that I think everybody needs to appreciate?
Oh no, I'm afraid.
Records of Ragnarok.
Records of Ragnarok.
Yes.
Okay. There's so much Ragnarok stuff. You have to be more specific.
Okay,
because every time I turn around, there's Ragnarok something.
Yeah, so I mean,
Ragnarok.
There's Thor Ragnarok, Records of Ragnarok, Ragnarok, and then Rags of Rock, which are about rags playing rock music. It's like
is that right? Is that for real? Did you make that up? Okay,
I made that up.
But it will be real.
But it will be real after we get done with this. But it's.
I would read that. I would read that one. Rags of Rock.
Is it Dance? Is it Vampire in the Bun or Dance in the Vampire Bun?
Dance in the Vampire Bun.
Yeah. Oh well, Ghost in the Shell's entire that entire thing. It's just awesome. But Records of Ragnarok, the opening theme is aggressive death metal from Maximum the Hormone, who are the same people who did the Death Note theme. The Death Note opener.
The first one?
Yeah, the first theme.
Okay.
And
Midnight World, I think is the name of that one.
Yeah, something like that. But they do the theme for Records of Ragnarok. And if you haven't watched Records of Ragnarok, it's really great if you don't want something to watch but listen to. Because the way they describe everything is way more interesting than what happens on screen.
Oh, it's not one of those, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, I remember we talked about certain magical index got to the point to where, they have the chill annihilator, and what a chill annihilator does, it takes the electrons and the protons and it mixes them together, and then they swirl around the nucleus that explodes upon contact. And once it's upon contact, your skin begins to boil, much like the epidermis of the, whatever.
But we're not going to show any of that. We're just going to tell you about it.
And it's all this whole like cool explanation of what this power or what this weapon does. And it's just a laser beam that blows things up.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like bullshit.
Exactly,
it will melt your face off. Awesome.
That is exactly what Records of Ragnarok is. There's a thing where it's like, how is he dodging everything? Oh my God, Adam, which was like, so it's about gods going against the greatest gods going up against the greatest mortals in order to not allow Ragnarok to happen on Earth. So it's like different time periods of humans going up against different gods.
Like a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure type of thing?
Yes, but instead of everything being shown but never explained, it's the opposite. Now everything's
explained
but not shown. Not well anyway.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that does sound like a gore song. Ragnarok and Roll, it's a gore song. Yeah.
Oh, is that a gore song?
Probably.
Oh, that makes that'd be great. And
so is Fish Fuck.
I mean, sure, whatever. You can tell me any word and any sentence and I believe it's a gore song.
It probably
so,
it might be.
You could say pee pee poo poo.
The question is it during their jazz album? That's what you have to ask.
They have a jazz album?
Yeah, it's like an experimental type thing. Yeah, because they're because like we said before, they're an art.
Yes, yeah.
Art,
yes.
Words that I can't seem to formulate now, is that's what they are as far as art is concerned.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are art explained. They're visual art.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like Rammstein, but like not old and weird and crippled.
I'm surprised that band is still around.
Wait, are they still around? They are. They just had a tour.
Did they?
Yeah, they just had a tour, and apparently, though, it's still kind of like, eh. I guess they're not what they up to speed, but when you're like almost 60, you gotta. You gotta sit down. Let me get out the jizz dick.
Surely they're not 60 though, right? Well,
I don't know.
I don't know.
It
They were
might
in their
be.
40s when they were doing Rammstein.
But Records of Ragnarok had which kind of defeat I think the whole first season it lost its purpose when Zeus is like the king of all gods and he's the second match against Adam, the first man. And I'm like, this is like a last episode of the first season type thing. And Adam has this ability that he can predict and see what's going to happen with, like, before they attack. Okay, but instead of showing it, Adam just stands there and dodges all the time. And sometimes he punches Zeus. And I'm like, well, why don't you just go ham on this? Like, just make it a stupid Dragon Ball Z mindless fight instead of screaming everything. So what makes it fun is, when you're, like, doing something else and you're, like, writing or you're playing a game, it's really great because it just sounds like you're listening to, like, a sporting event on the radio. So it kind of works.
Yeah.
In that regards, which is interesting. But my God, when you watch it, it's so boring.
Yeah, I think I've asked. Like,
you should, but I think you should watch it. I think you shouldn't watch it. You should listen to it because then it's way more fun, especially because Heimdall is the announcer and he just screams all the time. He's like a JoJo's character the entire time.
Oh, they're going this way.
Yeah, he just gets constantly screaming. And I'm like, yeah, keep it up, buddy. You're what I want to be. I'd love to be an announcer.
Man, talk about performance art. Do you like Green Jello too? They made a comeback.
I forgot about Green Jello.
Green Jello. Yeah, they had that famous song, Three Little Pigs. Little pig, let me in. But have you ever seen? They actually released like a video, like 2-hour long movie like video, and Gore did the same thing a couple times, but of their album, right? And it is some trippy shit. It is really trippy.
Oh, so
but they're not Green Jello anymore, unless they went back to it. But they were sued for being called Green Jello. Oh, they had to change their name to Green Jelly
because they got sued by Jello.
They got sued by Jello. Yeah.
Why?
Because they didn't like the free advertisement. I have no idea.
Oh, I feel like it's just free advertisement right there.
Yeah.
You're making money off of our name. No, we're making money off of this song.
It's like, jeez.
Yes, it does sound like you're saying
white people.
If you ever get a chance, there is a old YouTube videos of mistranslated or misheard lyrics. And they do Maximum the Hormones, Zetsubo Billy, which I think that is the Death Note theme.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because it's like, we're visiting the mall and we're going. It's like, it's just whatever they're like they're literally hearing and not the actual translation. It's really funny.
Well, yeah, because the syntax, that's what happens. Like, okay, when I was talking about Rammstein, but they got to be 60. The guy that played Odorous died. Several of them died. Only one I know is Odorous, and he died of a drug overdose. So
of Rammstein?
No, of Gore.
Oh, rest in peace, buddy.
Yeah, he died of
don't do drugs.
About 10 years now. But yeah, which is interesting because the guy who came up kind of with the concept of Gore, like the scumdogs of the universe, whatever, hated the guy. It's like, yeah, well, he went around about in a nice way of saying the guy got what he deserved. So because they started out like, I can't remember what the name of the band was, but they were a punk band.
Yeah.
And then you had the guys who were kicked out of art school that put up Gore. So the guy who plays the Executioner. That's a whole story.
Starting World War II, they formed a band.
Exactly. And there's a documentary. But yeah, because one of the guys now who sings it, that Odorous has been pretty much retired because he died. And there's another guy
he retired because he died.
He died. Yeah. So
That's good.
But no,
That's a quote
there's
right
a lot
there.
of
He
them that said like
retired 'cause he died.
Sinestro. Well, you know the lady that was a part of it. Her name Sinestra.
Yeah,
I think
the keyboardist or the is she the keyboardist?
she was a jazz. I think she did the saxophone, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
But and I might be wrong too, but she used to have a lot of electricity passed her. She had a Guinness World Book of Records for the person with the most electricity passed through them.
what a
Yeah,
weird,
yeah.
what a weird thing. Do they bring that up during like concerts?
Gore? Yeah, she does it. She used to.
Oh, so that was like
She
her
hasn't done it.
thing.
Yeah, that was say this was all performance. They were based there. Gore was basically a circus. It was a visual
Sure.
circus in a way, you know.
I was gonna see Gore, with Cold Chamber, and then some stuff happened. But I was gonna go see
Cold
Gore
Chamber
live.
flaked out. That's why. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, but
Okay.
I was see them, and I'm really disappointed that I didn't get to go.
Okay.
But
So here's the great thing. I never got to see them. Nita has.
oh,
But the poor thing about Nita is she was telling me this. She got to see Gore, right? And if she can come and tell the story, if she wants to come on and tell the story, she can. No, but so
she's too busy.
basically, they took her to see Gore. She didn't know what Gore was.
That's
So,
fair.
and they
That's
were
great.
On the floor. They were on the floor. It wasn't for her.
Oh, she was on the floor.
Yes.
I
And if
could
you
think-
don't know, with Gore, you got, they basically are pulling out rice and which are kind of like maggots or semen and spraying you down with
and
shit,
blood and all kinds
mixing
of,
all sorts of vomit and everything else like that. Which me personally, if I would go see Gore, I'd see him from the back of the room and I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
So, but if you did not know what you were in for, I would be pissed too.
That is true. That is fair. Like, could you imagine going to a concert and then after you have to explain to your coworkers or just somebody like, I went to a concert and I got I think I got vomit thrown on me. Like, and you have to say that,
yeah,
without knowing that it's a Gore concert.
Slimenstra, thank you, Martha. Slimenstra Hyman, yeah.
If you aren't ready or know them, you won't like it, especially if you're tripping balls.
That
is true. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I think Gore for me was always there, though. I remember
They were too. Yeah,
they were just always there. So it's kind of like I knew about that.
Not to get off topic, but still, just want to let you know that the
let's
lead
have a new
singer
topic.
of Rammstein is 61 years old.
61. Wasn't he? What's his name? Till Lindemann.
Yeah, Till Lindemann.
Wasn't he? Didn't something just happen recently where he got Me Too'd or something like that? Didn't some charges against him come up?
I feel like that's every day with him that charges come
Is
up.
it right? Is it kind of a thing? See, like I said, I don't know enough about Rammstein. I remember when they had like the Family Values tour. I think you were about 7 or 8 when that came out, and they had it was Limp Bizkit. What was it? Limp Bizkit, Korn, Rammstein, and Ice Cube, because that mix makes a whole bunch of sense. It just fits.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Am I talking? Is my mic working?
Sorry, I spaced out for a second.
You did. I said I remember. I don't know shit about Rammstein or Rammstein or however the hell you want to call it. I just remember the stupid Family Values tour. And yes, I'm going to double down on the stupid Family Values tour where you had Limp Bizkit, Korn, Ice Cube, and Rammstein.
That sounds awesome, though.
I'm glad you think so. Did you not hear the part where Limp Bizkit was involved?
Well, let's ignore that. But I mean, just
you can't. Limp Bizkit was involved. And I think Stained was in there too somewhere.
Stained?
Stained, yeah.
It's weird that you say that because I was gonna go see a concert with Disturbed, Breaking Benjamin, and then Stained for some reason. And that was what I didn't understand. I'm like, but why is Stained here?
Yeah.
And I don't hate Stained, but why?
Okay. I don't hate Stained, but they're not. I mean, the dude went and became a country. He went and became a country singer, right? So that's like
he made money off of that.
Well, when you hear that, it's kind of like the Hootie and the Blowfish guy. Hootie went and became a country singer. You're kind of like, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's
but
like Adam Levine became a pop singer, and I'm like, Okay.
Wasn't he already a pop singer?
More
wait,
rock,
no.
pop rock than anything else. Like their first album, Harder to Breathe, was
Okay, we're talking about Maroon 5, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like their original stuff was more like a rock, pop rock type stuff. Same thing with Hayley Williams with Paramore. They became like she became a pop star, and that was weird. So
Now that tracks.
no, I hate that.
That tracks.
I'm like,
Sorry.
why? I mean, it's fine, whatever. Speaking of being fine and whatever, and music, I want to tell you what I did over the weekend because I was very excited to do this. So Tifa and I went to a beer festival in Lansing, Michigan,
Okay.
at a baseball stadium. And before we weren't going to be able to go because yes, Maroon 5's first album was 100% a banger. I agree wholeheartedly. She Will Be Loved I think that was their first album. She Will Be Loved and Harder to Breathe were great songs. So we ended up bringing my dog Newt, who is like this teeny little 8-pound Chihuahua, and I had him in my little purse, and they wouldn't let me in. And before you ask, yes, I have a dog purse for him. Shut up. And I wear that with pride. I wear that.
You didn't have to say anything because I wasn't going to ask.
No, I know, but you were thinking it. So, but they wouldn't let us in. So we drove an hour to Lansing to say, hey, we weren't going to be in. So my mom ended up coming, meeting us halfway and taking him. And then, yes, Ice-T was in Body Count. Yes, he was. Which is still the most random fact I think that anybody can know. Just like Jada Pinkett Smith is in Wicked Wisdom, which is a rock band.
But you see, I put that in the comments not for you to pull it up, but for you to finish your story with your dog purse.
Sorry.
And the beer fest. That's why.
Yeah. So anyway,
when I say it in the comments, I'm just look.
Okay,
it's the comments.
You don't do not tell me how to run my own show, our own show.
Hold on, buddy. There's two sides of this screen.
Oh, is that what this is? Is that well? Then you know what I think.
That's fine. So yeah, Ice-T was it. There we go. Yeah. See, this is the gift for putting you over that side.
You know, you really are me.
So anyway, so we.
What the fuck did you?
That's fuck, I forgot his name, but that's from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
No, I know what it's from.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm mistaken what it's from.
But anyway, so my mom met us halfway. I gave him the dog. We went back, and if you want everybody randomly dancing, drunk off their ass, go to a beer festival.
Okay, yeah.
Because it is funny as shit.
I really thought you were going to say play the chicken dance, but sure, okay.
No, but I wish that would happen, but it was all like shitty country music and everything and like cover bands. So that was kind of a bummer. But if it was like the chicken dance or the cha-cha slide, God, that would be hilarious.
I feel like the chicken dance and the beer fest kind of go together, right? I feel like that should be something that is unspoken. Like for instance, when you're on a cruise, there was a conga line, right?
Right. Oh, there was. I threw my brother into it.
Yeah,
he joined them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's the thing. Like at a beer fest, I feel like there should be a chicken dance.
God, that is such a good idea.
I mean, I'm telling you, it makes sense, right? And how are you going to get anybody else to do that unless they're fucking drunk?
Right.
Maybe on shrooms, but probably not.
Because they played like "Call Me Maybe" and everybody was singing it, and then they had like Taylor Swift "Shake It Off," and it was like the whitest thing ever during this. But there was just, first off, we had some amazing beer, and it didn't help that Tiffany and I try a lot of local beers, so a lot of the breweries we knew about.
Yeah,
but there were some that had stuff that was the best shit I've ever had. Like there was one called like Angel.
That's saying a lot, especially coming from you, and I mean that like wholeheartedly coming from you. to say that it means a lot.
Yes,
And
because I love
they
beer.
should definitely sponsor you.
I was sponsored by New Holland once.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they sent me a beer package to talk about it when I was doing when in the beginning when I did Shots with Comics. I sent them a hey, I'm a local podcaster. I love beer. I want to, talk about New Holland, and they sent me 2 cups and like a 6-pack of different assorted beer. And it was really nice. And they were there too, but I tried all their stuff, so I didn't get a chance. I didn't actually try them.
Oh well, I mean, there's
But
only
my
so
point
much
of it,
drinking you
though,
can do and still enjoy what you're drinking.
I think it was just a lot of fun, though, seeing everybody come together, and it didn't matter what music was on. Everybody was dancing and having fun and drinking.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was great. And then there was one beer,
And in
though.
Michigan too, at that. So yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, because there's nothing fun to do in Michigan. I mean, you go here. We have potholes, construction, and high housing rates.
Oh, I
maybe
thought this was Louisiana, except for maybe the high housing rate. But
we have the
other than
highest
that-
heroin market and sex trafficking
Oh, really?
or human trafficking. Yeah.
We have wait, no. Now the human trafficking, I think that we can compete here.
Oh, okay.
on
We're
that
gonna
one.
compete over this.
But however, no, well, this thing you guys said we have meth. So
Oh, okay. So we have heroin.
we have heroin, we have meth. So everybody up there is falling asleep while here they're driving.
No, everybody
So-
here is just cold all the time and falling asleep. But why do you think I'm wearing a sweater right now? It's not because it's cold down here. It's because I'm on heroin.
That explains so much.
So much. God
I was
damn.
wondering why you were falling asleep backstage.
That's why every time when you're like, "Hey, Chad, can you like come talk to me for a moment?" I'm like, "Can't, sleeping."
In fact, you don't even remember doing that. You were doing it in your sleep.
I was doing
Oh,
it.
speaking of sponsored, we are now sponsored by Doobie Generalist Energy Blends. Code RAGIN10 at that
Wait,
email.
are we fucking sponsored by like an energy drink thing?
I feel like I should have an energy drink if I'm going to be sponsored by it. Shit.
Hell fucking yeah.
Oh, they're sending some. Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh shit, yeah. Make my heart explode, senpai. Like, goddamn, yeah. Wait, when are we gonna be sponsored by HelloFresh?
How very hentai of you, senpai.
Listen.
Punish me.
Funny.
You had so okay. So look, we went in. We're halfway through this mess of we call the show. So okay, question is, you had a topic that you wanted to discuss. You've had many topics that you wanted to discuss,
Yeah.
but we have yet to bring any of them out going into the 4th and 5th show that we've done.
Listen.
Do you remember any of them?
No, half the time I don't. But and I need to start writing them down because this is why we do this show. Is because we don't remember shit that we're going to talk about. But
This is how much we prepare.
that's the point of this show. Is we don't prepare, we just go. No, so actually one of the things I've been wanting to bring up to you because because I was thinking about it at the beer festival as well.
Okay.
Do you ever notice that? Do you ever feel like the world would be better if we had like Nobel Peace Prizes for like
so
food
we're
and
going
alcohol?
with this one.
Yes.
For alcohol?
Yeah. Alcohol
so
and food.
Okay.
Like, think about this for a moment.
Okay,
We
so
have
like
science-
Samuel Adams is sporting freaking Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Well, it does make more sense that alcohol would be well, it depends on the alcohol, right? I mean, some people, if it's tequila, we don't want that.
No.
Tequila will never, and I repeat, never win the Nobel Peace Prize.
I can't drink tequila.
What? Because you get mean. Exactly.
Sure. No, because I'd be naked in like 10 minutes, okay?
It's like they have awards for food and beer. No. We're not talking about awards. We're talking about the fucking Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel Peace Prize. We are
talking about something that actually affects people's attitudes towards each other.
Exactly.
That's what we're talking about. And it makes sense, right? Because the Star Wars program, get your head out the gutter. I'm talking about Reagan, guys. The Star Wars program doesn't warrant a Nobel Peace Prize.
No.
But the right type of dark ale absolutely does. I mean, what else are you going to do to listen to people do bad covers of "Call Me Maybe" and
Right,
"Shake It Off" and everybody's dancing?
Exactly. How else are
Shake
you
it
gonna...
off. Shake it off.
Yeah.
It's
It
funny.
reminds me of when I was in the cruise and that 45-year-old man did "Shake It Off" for karaoke. That man was beautiful. I give him 100%.
Look,
He had my support the whole time.
he
I
was
like,
shaking off the
"Hell
haters
yeah."
the entire time. That's how he got up there and
Absolutely.
enjoyed that. That's how he got up
Yes.
there and enjoyed it.
That
Absolutely.
man was beautiful.
Yep.
Spirit animal right there. But no, but think about it for a
65-year-old
moment.
man singing "Shake It Off" is my spirit animal.
When you think about peace and love,
That's not a
and
problem for me.
shush. Think about this for a moment. When you think about getting somebody to shut up or tolerate something, food and alcohol, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
If you want to
absolutely.
control the world, start saying Nobel Peace Prize of Sam Adams, Lanning Kugel.
Well, okay. So, no, I mean, can you imagine Gordon Ramsay up there?
Aw.
No.
Yeah, because I
Can
will
you-
take off my clothes.
Huh?
Anyway, didn't you?
So yeah, but can you imagine Gordon Ramsay up there, except that I fucking deserve this shit?
Yes.
The bullshit that I've seen you motherfuckers put out here. This is fucking, I'm just going off. And,
Yeah.
And then everybody in a tie and suit, they get
Right. They're like,
yeah, absolutely.
or they're all like, like, or think of like Guy Fieri, where he's like, I have brought you Flavor Town. Now I have brought you this flavor country. Like just getting up there and going all in.
Sounds so Palpatine.
He's wearing the robe. Yes, I bring you
brought you Flavor Town.
Flavor
Now, Flavor Country.
Country. Execute order BBQ. Like,
Hot
that'd
and
be
spicy for everyone.
They just pelt everybody with chicken wings.
Instead of everybody running for cover, they run outside with their mouths open.
Right, exactly. It's like that Rick and Morty episode where it's the aliens were beaming up all the pretty people, or like abducting all the pretty people, and Summer runs outside and goes, and they don't abduct.
Just left her.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. We should do it drunk. No, bro, I always do this drunk. I'm always.
I don't know what you're talking about. I want to see. I tell you what. One episode when I can't drink, I'll drink and you stay sober. Let's see what happens.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I would love that. Because sometimes I'm tired. That's not true. I'm always happy to get drunk. But no, I think every time when I go to a restaurant and I order food, no matter how much of a bad mood I am in, or I'm just like frustrated, you put food in front of me, I take a bite, and I'm just fine.
Oh yeah,
And that's
I know people who get hangry.
Yeah, and I do
They're
too.
in a foul fucking mood until they eat something.
Yeah,
it's a thing. You didn't think it was a thing. And Snickers, Snickers deserves a Nobel Peace Prize for that.
Absolutely,
for bringing awareness to the pandemic of being hangry.
Yes.
If we realize that maybe the person that cut us off on the street on the is maybe just hangry, and all they needed was a day of Snickers bar, there'd be world peace because we'd have more understanding.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think that if you gave, like, I don't know, Kim Jong-un a Snickers, he'd be fine. He would say, hey, I'm opening up the borders to... Anyway, we're getting too big.
You guys dance so well. Here's a Snickers.
They make everybody seem like me's in that country. God, I hate life.
Wait. What do you? I mean, because he was raised in. I think he went to school in Sweden or something like that. Because he didn't go to school under his name.
Did he go under Steve or something?
Nah, probably.
He looks like a Steve.
He was Gary Parson, something like that.
Gary Parson.
So, but Maybe that's why we haven't heard from North Korea while they're feeding him snakes.
Oh, that's that why.
That man's over there shooting movies and stuff. He's got all sorts of things going. What was it I saw recently? There's some kind of animation though that they found out came from North Korea.
Really? Did you see that? You watched that video that I sent you though on Instagram? The Bollywood Bionic Woman movie.
Look, you know what? Say what you will about Bollywood. They don't fucking care. They're like, this is the movie. We're going to do whatever the hell we want to. And God bless them for it. God bless
100%. Bollywood Superman is hysterical. And every
Spider-Man.
Like Tiff and I went to an Indian restaurant, and it was like in a dining hall, and it was the weirdest thing ever because I got lost walking through it because you had the dining hall, and then up at the top there was the restaurant, and they had Bollywood music videos playing, and like Bollywood music videos, like Bollywood MTV playing on these big screen TVs, and some of this shit was bonkers.
Oh, it's crazy. The Batman. Have you seen the Batman one?
No.
There's a Batman one that they just break out in the dance.
Yes.
Yes.
They do that in the Superman one where they like dance in the sky.
Yeah.
And you can see like the floor because it's green screened. And it's like
it's just bad green screen. It's not even this quality. It's just
no, it's just green screen.
It's like 1980s.
Let's just say what you will though. Like, damn. Everything they do is bonkers, and it's like, fuck yeah to it. Like, every music video came on, it was like this one romance song, and it was really beautiful. And at the end, she just starts getting weird and push it. God, now that I think about it, I need to show you it. Because it was like the girl turned into like the song did not match the video. It became almost like a horror movie.
Oh, really?
She became like really creepy. And then there was another one where they were talking about, or they were singing about like heartbreak, but they were all partying in Vegas. Yeah. Oh my God. That's Bollywood Batman.
That is Bollywood Batman. Yes.
Damn. That looks awesome. I say Bollywood.
It's like Dracula and Batman mixed together. Bacula.
Say what you will. Fucking Bollywood is are bangers.
You got to say they had that popular action show on Netflix for a while. RRR. Did you ever try watching that?
I haven't watched it. I saw it pop up.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Well.
I mean, it got good reviews.
No, it's decent. I mean, for what it is, right? Well, it's really crazy because they got this one guy. I didn't watch all of it, but they have this one guy. I don't know, maybe. He's like bouncing off over people to get to the middle to catch somebody or whatever, over a crowd of people. And it's just off the wall stuff, but it's just fun. You know, it's just stuff like it's a movie. You know, I wish there was more movies like that, honestly.
No, I agree. I really do feel like we spend so much time with big set pieces and just drama, and then we just forget to goof off and have fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes that needs to happen with movies, especially like, I don't want to say like big budget movies, but like, no, yeah, I'll say it, like big budget movies. I think they need to unwind and just see what they can do with the smallest amount, just make it fun.
That was my whole point of the comic book thing, right? It was you have this medium where you could just kind of go all out.
Yeah,
and it's an inward. You can do inward expression. See, okay, for instance. You always hear the book is better than the movie, right? Well, why is that? Because you're getting inner dialogue. You're getting why somebody feels a certain way, why they act a certain way. You're getting all that a movie can't portray. You know, it's
Right.
only in subtext that they can really portray that kind of thing, and sometimes they do it well, sometimes they don't. You know, whatever the case is. But in a comic book, you can portray that visually as well as, you know, what not lyrically, but
as you can do
if it's a Swiftie book. But,
no, as you can do like written down in a novel, you can do the same thing visually in a comic book, but you can also do it in a
Right.
movie too.
This is true, but the difference between a movie and a comic book is really going to be your limitation of budget, right? You're not necessarily, you know, usually a pencil, pen, and some colors. You can pretty much do anything you want to do. I mean, there's restrictions, obviously, but I mean, I just feel like if you're going to do a biography, well, look at Mouse, right? Look at Mouse.
Are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about Mouse, the comic Mouse. Oh, okay.
Right, where it was a bunch of mice, and I think were the Nazis cats or were they pigs? See, I get confused.
They were cats.
They were cats, right? Okay. So I mean, so you look at that. It was a biographical story, and you used animals as a representation, and those animals are a representation of a predator and a prey.
Yes.
I mean, you know, in American culture, especially the cat and mouse, Tom and Jerry, Sylvester and Tweety. So you had those, and I can get that there, but to read a biography that's just based solely on somebody growing up without a little bit of flair to it doesn't interest me personally.
Sure.
If I wanted to do that, I would read their book, which I've read a lot of biographical books that didn't have that flair, but they were still interesting.
Sure.
The Jim Henson one made me cry, but still.
Oh, I've not read that one. I haven't actually read many autobiography books, except Phil Collins' book, which was also very kind of depressing. I really like Phil Collins, so I bought his book. Shut up. But
you have heard I Can Feel It in the Air Tonight. I'm pretty sure it's depressing.
You know, I have heard that song so many times, and I'm going to tell you right now, he has a million other better songs than that one.
You just like the Tarzan movie.
Shut up, I do. There was no reason why he needed to go hard on that movie, but he did.
No. Genesis and Phil Collins will always have my respect.
I think one of the things I will say, though, is it also depends on how it's written when it comes to these autobiographical comic. Let's just, we're just comic books that are based on historical events. We'll just say that.
Based on historical comics. CBCE.
Sure. Yeah. Have you ever read March?
No.
By John Lewis?
No.
Hang on, let me bring it up because I'm gonna.
Well, okay. For instance, you do have those wrestler biographical comics, and I can understand those.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of action in those. It's amazing to me how close comics and wrestling is. I mean, it makes sense if you think about it, but usually at every con that I've ever been to, there was a wrestling match or something.
Or wrestler guests.
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's because it's like, it's a set, if that makes sense. Like with a comic book, you can break up a wrestling match into a comic book very easily, if that makes sense. And you got to look at it because they pick them up, they put them down. Like that is one panel, two panel. So you're right. I never actually thought about that until you said that. Comics and wrestling do go very hand in hand. Sergeant Slaughter, every time he's been a guest at a con that I've been to, that guy's line has been very long.
Well, yeah. I mean, wasn't he part of G.I. Joe too at that point?
Yes, he was.
At some point in time. So,
he was part of that, and he was like one of the biggest wrestling Hall of Fame guys as well. And he still goes to cons. He's a very nice man too.
Yeah.
According to some people who've met him, like he's very nice. But what I was saying about these comics that are based on historical situations, March is a good one that a lot of these autobiography comics try to over explain everything instead of showing.
Yeah.
Like they try to give you more of the facts and educate you with the text.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
March is a really good by John Lewis, and it's a 3-volume series, and I highly recommend it because it's one of my favorites about the Greenborough's March. About where they go to the diner and they sit down and
All right. Okay.
that it's about that.
Like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So it's very, very well written and very engaging because they show it more than they talk about what's happening.
Right.
And it's by John Lewis, the politician. So he wrote it and he did it because he was a part of Martin Luther King's. Anyway, we're getting too political on that.
Well, no. I mean, I get what you're saying though. Yeah, because what happened is more impactful to see than to just leave it up to somebody visualizing it.
Right. Because if I was reading a comic, I want you to show it to me. I want to be able to read it. If I wanted
usually how comics work, but yeah.
Right. But what I mean
they
is
don't always.
No, but no. But if I wanted you to explain everything for me verbatim, I would just read the book or watch the documentary. So I think it depends on what medium you're doing with these autobiography type comics. Because what is it, Persepolis? It's about the girl who she's trying to go to the Pakistani border to escape. Or Infidel.
You're lost.
Do you know Infidel?
You're on your own in this one.
Okay, well, Infidel was
a movie. The fake
no, not that movie. It was a comic, Infidel, and it was about. It was her entire point of view, which is interesting that you bring it up. Is that her point of view was the enemy were like monsters instead of soldiers, or like or like a Pride of Baghdad.
You can keep going. I have no idea.
Wait, you don't know Pride of Baghdad?
No, I don't know Pride of Baghdad.
You're bullshitting me.
No, I have no idea.
That's Brian K. Vaughan.
Who?
Oh my fucking
Brad. Okay, look, I'm going to tell you something about Brian K. Vaughan. He's about how I see Brian Michael Bendis. Actually, I don't like Saga.
Okay, so you just hate people named Brian.
maybe so. Well, no, but I did like Paper Girls.
Sure.
I did like Paper Girls, but okay, I tried Why the Last Man.
I love Why the Last Man.
I didn't get it.
I know. We've talked about that before.
Golly, he kind of looks like a skinny version of Michael Bendis, though. I'll look at him. But okay, no, Pride of Baghdad. Go ahead. What is that?
It's during the Iraqi war where a bunch of animals escape when the bombings happens, they all escape the zoo, and it's these lions' survival through it. Like the Iraqi
weird what a weird
but apparently it's like it's based on a true event where a bunch of soldiers shot some lions that escaped from the zoo. Did you ever see that meme where the giraffe's head explodes?
No.
Where they're like, hey, look what I can do, and the giraffe's head explodes?
No.
Okay, well, anyway, I highly recommend reading Pride of Baghdad. It's a Vertigo title from 2006.
Yeah, no, because I pulled it up here. What was like his list of best 9, and you got a Doctor Strange, Marvel Knights Logan, The Private Eye. I've heard of that one. I haven't seen it. I think I've seen Ex Machina, which I guess was like that movie, right?
Yes, yeah. I think it was based on it.
Yeah, Pride of Baghdad. There we go. The
fictional Stand Guard was another one that became our movie.
Yeah, no, I don't see that.
Well, that's not one of his best, but that's one.
But I think I do. But I did like his Runaways. I think it was his Runaways.
Well, that's what he's known.
He created that, right? Yeah,
yes, that's what he's known for.
Yeah, Runaways when it first started.
Runaways was great. Like, hands down, I loved Runaways. I even liked the TV show Runaways.
Okay.
Which,
Okay.
no,
Before
go
the-
on,
hey,
because we'll
no,
fight
no,
about
no,
it.
no, no. Because let's be honest, the first season kind of dropped the ball.
Sure.
They dropped the ball on what it was, right? In fact, they didn't even run away until like the last episode.
No, but that's why I really liked it, because it was super on the nose with that last episode. And then the Velociraptor ran with them, which made it way funnier.
but the second season was really good, actually.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, and I even give it to the third season was good to wrap it up to what it was.
With Morgan Le Fay.
Morgan Le Fay.
Yeah.
I know they brought in Cloak and Dagger, which I tried to watch Cloak and Dagger. I didn't get into that one.
You know what's really funny? Hang on, I'm gonna stand up, and I am wearing pants.
Oh, you're watching. You're such a. Oh my gosh.
So I bought this when I was at C2E2, and they were doing the promotional stuff for it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm the only person that owns this shirt.
I bet.
I bet
I don't. Did you like the show?
I like the second season.
That seemed to be the case with these, yeah.
Yeah, like I thought the second season was really good. I think Cloak and Dagger works really well as a TV show.
Okay.
Because it is just about two kids who are discovering their powers,
Yeah.
doing what they need to do, the type thing. But my God, it was so boring with them in the first season. But I was still interested because I like Cloak and Dagger as characters.
Okay, so you pushed through. Yeah.
Yeah, so I pushed through. But the second season was awesome. Like, it had the trumpet player guy and, like, the weird reality worlds with the record store.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this is great.
You kind of see that with this. The drastic change between Marvel and DC television, right?
Mm-hmm.
DC will start off strong and then just get progressively worse.
Yeah, damn you, Harley Quinn.
Well, and then why did it get bad? I didn't finish that last season, so I didn't finish that last season.
I thought it was hilarious when they made the Joker the mayor of Gotham City, but then right after they said, "Nah, never mind." I'm like, okay, never mind. Persepolis, that's what it was called. Okay, yeah. So Martha knows what I was talking about. Great. I'm glad she knew. I'm glad somebody knew. Anyway.
I don't remember. What?
Oh, no, you were saying that DC gets gradually worse, but Marvel gets gradually better.
Like DC you'd start off with Arrow. The first two seasons of Arrow were really good.
Yes.
And then after that, it just starts to fall apart progressively through each season.
Yes.
I'll even say the same thing for Titans. The first Titans season was actually pretty good, and then it kind of progressively got worse after that.
Well, after you completely forgot about, was it season 2 was Jericho and Deathstroke's daughter?
Yeah.
Rose Wilson?
Yeah.
Savage or Ravenger?
Well, no, because
was that the first season?
No, Rose. She came in the second season. Okay, first season was Trigun or Tri.
Yeah, and that one was
Trigun. Yeah,
I don't think they did Trigun very well, but
Slade was the second season, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which Slade has been done to death now. I mean, if you watch Teen Titans or if you watch Arrow, yeah. So Slade's been done to death.
You know what's really sad about that too? Is that every rendition is actually good.
This is true.
This
is true. I would not say that either of Slade's. I'm really kind of surprised that Titans did Slade, considering how close with Arrow and the way, because Arrow really leaned on Slade for 2 seasons. It leaned on Slade. It did a really great job with Slade. Don't get me wrong, but I made a joke. In fact, I had a post come up on my memories not long ago. I said, so is Arrow going to take every Teen Titan villain? I said, I'm just waiting for what? Dr. Flash or
the Reverse
Flash?
Dr. Light. Oh, Dr. Light. Was he in Arrow?
Dr. Light did not show up in Arrow. However, Dr. Light did show up in The Flash.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I thought he was in Flash.
Swap. And it was like,
well, no, It was the female it was the female Dr. Light, because there's two
Right, yeah, right.
Dr. Lights.
Okay.
But one's a hero and the other one's a villain. So they just
Yeah.
gender swapped the villain role.
Right. It was
Yeah.
only like a split second. They didn't even really lean on her very often, very
No.
much, for that matter. But
no, I do agree with you, because I thought Doom Patrol and Titans got gradually worse as it
yeah.
came in, which was weird, because how do you screw up Doom Patrol?
You lean too much on their fucking personal problems. That's what you did.
Yes.
You got too much to where, okay, we're going to solve Jane. Jane's a little bit better now. And then we're just going to put her right back to where the hell she is the next season comes around. And it's like, okay, yeah, I know she's got multiple personalities. And I never felt like they explored that power as well as they should have, as well as they could have.
I think they did it too much.
You think they did it too much? Really?
Oh, God, yeah. I think
they explored the personalities.
Yes.
It's not the powers.
Yes.
With the personalities.
I would love Jane to show up as a nun with a chainsaw.
Right.
Well, God, that would be hilarious.
Well, they kind of focused on Jane being the main character for a long time.
Yes.
They focus on Jane and they focus on Robot Man or Cliff.
Cyborg. Yeah, Cliff. Which are legitimately, let's be real here, Cyborg was totally meaningless, but
okay, true. However, I will say in his defense, I like that Cyborg a lot better than any Cyborg I've seen.
Except the animated Titans one, but because I like him. But I do agree. I do.
Live action. I'm talking live action.
The live action, I do agree. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Of course, then they took away all what made him Cyborg.
Yeah.
Last season is like, what the fuck am I watching now?
He reminds me.
I never finished it, actually.
He reminds me of, the song "Am I a Man or Am I a Muppet"? That's his entire thing. Oh yeah. So Tifa, who's I want to say now, she's my fiance. I did propose to her. Anyway, so we made mead a couple months back and we just bottled it.
Yeah.
So I've been drinking it and it's awesome. And I ended up finishing this entire bottle. So we have 3 bottles left. So anyway, but yes, I am.
Are you
but
that's
what, yes, I'm feeling very fuzzy. But Cyborg reminded me in Doom Patrol, am I a man or am I a Muppet?
When they brought his friends in and they were kind of assholes to him and you left us, motherfucker, he was in a damn accident with
right.
Like, away. What do you yeah, right? Oh, you didn't that's what I can't stand. Is when there is a form of writing out there where they want to write these profound character exploration pieces, but the characters don't fit what they're exploring. And so you see this a lot in relationships where the woman will be mad at the man for something that doesn't make any damn sense.
Arrow.
An Arrow?
And any of the CW stuff.
Yeah, and you get for instance, Iris and Barry, right? What? Or being mad at somebody for not revealing their secret identity. You lied to me. I'm not gonna fucking tell you who I am. What are you, crazy? I'm trying to protect you. But they don't seem to understand that. They get mad about it and then they're going to storm off. Look, Lois didn't get mad at Clark because when she found out he was Superman. Why? Because she felt stupid for not realizing it was him through the glasses. But
same
still,
thing with Mary Jane. And Emma and
no. Depends on the Mary Jane. Because let's talk about Mary Jane. Because Mary Jane in the movies is exactly the kind of character I'm talking about. It's I'm going to force Sam Raimi forced problems between Peter and Mary in the 3rd movie.
No, they did. Listen, and I'm gonna piggyback off that statement. They didn't have any fucking chemistry and or problems in the first fucking movie.
This is true too.
And that drove me up a fucking wall.
Except for the second one. I like the second one. I hate Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
I don't hate the first one. And I only think it because it's a good step in the right direction.
No, it bugs the shit out of me.
I think it's a good start. However,
So what? Did you see the end of him?
shut up. I'm not done. However,
Topher Grace played Venom. We are not talking.
No, the third one was garbage. I'm talking about the first one.
I know, but you said it's a step in the right direction.
For the
and then
first
what, they veered off?
Yes, because then the third one happened. I know
The second one was good. I like the second one. But
Well, yeah.
not because of their relationship.
No, I love the fact that it's Doc Ock and it's like actually emotional and you feel for the villain for once.
She was never a good Mary Jane.
No, she wasn't. She was a 40-year-old playing a 19-year-old.
Kristen Dunst was not 40 years old in there.
That's right. They did. Yes, they did. I remember that. I remember this was a thing that came up.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, I think that was an actual thing that happened. I do remember that as an interview. I think that Kirsten Dunst said that as an interview too. But I think there is nothing that goes in the right direction than the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movie. I think if you compared all three Spider-Man movies, the first and the third movie.
Boy, you're treading some dangerous territory. I'm letting you know that now.
The Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movie is fucking hysterical. A hysterical good time.
Well, have you ever seen the behind-the-scenes stuff about that?
I haven't.
Okay, so
they have behind-the-scenes stuff on this.
Yeah,
Oh shit! Yeah.
The idea behind it, the director was trying to portray a Universal Studios classic monster movie feel for Ghost Rider.
But why?
Because he never read Ghost Rider in his life. That's why.
Oh, okay.
So the idea behind it, like when Nicolas Cage is transforming into Ghost Rider, he's like, whatever the
that was like an Evil Dead type situation.
Right.
Yeah, and that was fine. I didn't actually have a problem with that.
That was the idea. But what always got me is I felt like Nicolas Cage had too much influence in Ghost Rider. Like, okay, for one, you got Nicolas Cage to play Ghost Rider, and at that point in time, he's a huge star. This is before he really falls into doing a bunch of stuff, and he's still a big star. I know.
Yeah, and he wasn't a bad choice either.
No, he's not a bad choice.
Yeah, I never thought he was a bad choice. I get it. Yeah, that's not what you're saying.
Okay, so that's a big star. Now, the guy who played the villain, do you remember who he was?
I don't.
Okay, he played on American Beauty, which the Kevin Spacey movie.
I didn't see that, so I have.
Okay, you didn't see it. You ever seen that? Somebody's making a joke about the plastic bag looking so beautiful, or whatever in the wind. You might. Okay,
is that the Katy Perry song?
Is there a Katy Perry song about bags in the wind? I don't know. There could be. I can see that.
Tobey Maguire's the least attractive Spider-Man. He would never land a girl as cute as Kirsten.
Or Gwen Stacy, for that matter. The Gwen Stacy from the Raimi universe.
Andrew Garfield could land Gwen Stacy, Emma Stone.
I'm sorry. I totally disagree with that statement. He did
Andrew Garfield is adorable.
He did so well as Spider-Man. I'm sorry. He was.
I agree.
I feel like
he makes a better
Spider-Man was too big of a dork. Tobey Maguire was too big of a dork to play Spider-Man.
But and I've said this a million times as well. I feel like Tobey Maguire played a really good.
I like more the same
thing. He played a really good Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield. The beats be crazy, right? Yeah, these bitches be crazy. But I do think Andrew Garfield played a really good Spider-Man. I know
I'm going to disagree with you.
I know you're going to say it because I know you don't.
Because here's the deal. Peter Parker was, yes, he was a nerd, but he was also he would cut back. You know what I'm saying? He would be sarcastic. He would be sarcastic with the bully. He would be with that. Tobey Maguire was like an old shucks kind of guy, or whatever the case is, until he put the mask on. Andrew Garfield felt more New York to me than Maguire ever did.
But then Tom Holland felt like the.
I'm going to bury this. I'm going to bury this right now. If someone ever told you I was just an ordinary kid, they lied. End of discussion. That line right there, actual line from Spider-Man, buries that fucking movie right away.
Which one?
If anyone ever told you I was a normal kid, somebody lied. That was the stupidest damn freaking quote in that whole thing, and it led that whole movie. You can't argue with it.
That was the post Tom Holland movie, wasn't it?
No, that was Tom. That was Sam Raimi's Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Oh,
yeah.
Go watch my review on In the Movies where it comes to when we talk about Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, where I say that movie is very boring.
Well, look, okay, yeah,
but anyway.
It is very, and it took like an hour before he became Spider-Man. Okay, and not to mention the fact that he's shooting web from his wrists.
I don't care about that.
I care about that because, and I'll tell you why I care about that. Well, actually, I don't give a shit because I was never that big of a Spider-Man fan. However, when it comes to the character of Spider-Man, the whole idea was Peter Parker was a genius, and the web shooters were a symbol of how smart Peter was, right? Now you basically turn his webbing into ejaculation, and that's it's just a body function. So it doesn't
it's a bodily fluid function.
Right. We don't even lean into the fact that Peter's an intelligent guy.
Your spider fluid on me.
Yeah. We don't really lean into all we know in the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie is one, he's a fucking excellent sewer. The man can put together a costume like it ain't nobody's business, and he takes photographs. Other than that, he gets shit on the entire movie, and you never see what kind of genius he is. Oh, I'm something of a scientist myself. That's about it. That's all we deal with. That's it. At least in the second one, he's having a discussion with Alfred Molina, with Otto about something intelligent. So we kind of lean into how intelligent he is. Now, let's get to Garfield. All right. With the Garfield Spider-Man, you actually see him not only putting together the web shooters, he's going through he's looking through DNAs, he's looking through all sorts of stuff. He's putting together clues, he's putting together puzzles. Yeah. We lean into how intelligent Peter Parker is. We never really got that with that other guy.
Yeah. I hate the fact that we brought up Spider-Man.
Oh, but whatever, man. But the point.
No, I know.
But okay, to the point that we can get into the Spider-Man thing till the cows come home or the spiders roost, whatever. However, we could talk. What we were talking about is the made-up issues in relationships that tend to happen in movies and all that. You know,
sure.
Do all superheroes make their own costumes? No, they have Edna for that. As we saw in The Incredibles.
I mean, it depends on who you're. I mean, Luke Cage walked out in a t-shirt, put a chain on his head, and put on pants. I mean,
and he was badass.
He's badass. I mean, it just depends on who they are. Mm-hmm. I mean, Miles Morales bought it from a Halloween store. So emphasizes Spider-Man. Well, he did because he did originally make his costume, and then it just kind of gradually upgraded because he got with Tony Stark and all this other stuff in the comics, and then he became a weird TikTok star. So that was weird.
Did they really do that? Okay.
Yeah. Well, so they did this weird. Okay. So they did this weird thing with Spider-Man, and this is why my brother doesn't read Spider-Man too much anymore, because they did this weird thing where he was like live streaming his stuff.
Oh, okay. His being well, I get that. I kind of get that because I mean, think about it. You know, he was working for a newspaper. He was selling pictures of Spider-Man. That was how he was making his living.
Yes.
So I could see, okay, you're the viral account that's earning money from YouTube or TikTok or whatever the case is because you're getting the best. I get that. I kind of understand that.
Sure, but this would make sense if it wasn't after the fact that he built his own tech company, went bankrupt, and now he's relying on streaming services.
See, I did hear about the fact that he became a millionaire.
Yeah,
you totally destroyed the character, but
yeah, it kind of ruined it. But it also was kind of funny that it was J. Jonah Jameson because he discovered, Spider-Man's identity, and he's like helping him, and he's like doing the streaming thing. So that's really funny. And he actually changes his opinion on Spider-Man. I love J. Jonah Jameson's like his journey through Spider-Man. Yes, Deadpool did design his own costume. Yeah. Yes, he did. He does. I think he's still.
He has that really great technology where his eyes move with the costume. So
yeah, oh god, yeah, and it never explains why. He just does
don't
it.
need to do that.
It's great. I don't fucking know.
It just works. Shut up.
Shut up. That's
well, no. In defense, like Superman's mom did make his costume.
Sure.
So,
yes. Yeah.
And I think Alfred sewed Batman's. So
I don't know. I love the fact that I love superhero costume origins because you can get super stupid creative with it.
Well,
like,
okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, but hear me out. Like Fantastic Four, the '90s version of Fantastic Four, they just made these and they found them in the back of a locker room or whatever. Because I don't fucking remember how they found these costumes. Or they
just comes out with them. Like,
yeah, she comes out.
Hey guys, there's these.
Yeah, Wolverine during the X-Men.
Is there one for Ben? No.
No, he has this. He has a banana hammock. That's what he has. Why does he have a banana hammock? Sue?
It's a slingshot. It's like the old slingshot.
So when he jizzes, it shoots rocks so he can fire it. Oh God, that's disgusting. Anyway,
you
so
said
like,
it. That's like
Wolverine. Yeah. So okay. So here's
Roy Thomas created Wolverine.
Oh God, that's a weird debate. I don't disagree though. Like
I don't care.
I don't either. At this point,
like
I don't.
Roy Thomas is like what in his 80s now. I'm like,
listen, Keith Pollard got screwed over with Black Cat, so I get it.
You know,
so and it's funny because I'm like really good friends with his son as well, and so he will tell me stories. He also has an unreleased Silver Surfer story, so let's do that. Anyway, I think it's really interesting on how characters make get their costumes. Have you ever did you watch the Miss Marvel TV series?
I did.
How she makes it?
Well, up until up until they went to India.
Oh, that's one of the that's like the best thing ever. It's hysterical.
After
that whole show is hilarious.
Well, okay, the thing about Miss Marvel though is I liked the character before the show.
Sure, Kamala Khan was great.
Yeah, but I mean, she didn't embody the character.
Really?
I do not feel like she embodied the character at all.
Oh,
there was nothing about the actress that made me confident that she would be the leader, that she would be. In fact, her friend that was running for like mosque representative or whatever, I don't know.
Sure.
Okay, to me, she was more Kamala Khan. In fact, they gave her parts that belonged to Kamala Khan from the comic.
Really?
Oh yeah. Okay. Her personality when they were talking, and you know they have the screen, and the women have to be behind the screen, and the men are in the front, and the mosque leader. I can't. Why is this escaping me? But you know.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Golly, what are they called? I cannot remember it now. But he kind of corrects them, and she's all like blah 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 blah. Or whatever. Why does it have to be this way? And so she's kind of the leader in the mosque to revolutionize it and bring it into modern times, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's Kamala Khan. That was Kamala Khan. If you go back and you read Miss Marvel Volume 1, that scene actually takes place, and it's Kamala rebuking him for that same situation.
Really?
Really. And so,
huh.
So basically, you took, yes, Kamala was a simp for Captain Marvel. That is true.
Which is irrelevant. So,
well, I mean, it makes sense if you go with the fact that she's Inhuman and she decides that she kind of models herself after.
No,
Captain
she's
Marvel.
A mutant now. Didn't you hear?
No.
Oh, yeah, she's a mutant. She's a mutant.
No.
Anyway.
No.
No, but what I'm saying though,
is isn't a human.
Her simping didn't bother me. because
No,
it
that
made
doesn't
sense.
bother me.
Like
That
that was fun.
doesn't
Anyway.
bother me. But you took from her, and a lot of that.
Yeah. She watched the Marvels on the plane ride home. So
couldn't
we
get
didn't
through
get
it.
to sit next to each
couldn't get
other
through
during the plane ride.
Yeah.
And she came right when she's like, "Yeah, I watched the Marvels during the plane ride." And I'm like, "What did you think of it?" And she's like, "It was not good." And she didn't tell me anything after that. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Have you watched it?
No.
There was nothing to it. It's there was nothing to it. I mean, the writing was right off the bat. The dialogue was horrible.
Which is
Just
sad
bad.
because I thought that was a really good idea. Like you had everybody switching places, and every time they used their powers, they went
that
to
and the
different
villain
locations.
was just such a lackluster villain. She was.
I
Nothing.
heard that.
Yeah, she was nothing. And I didn't get through it, but I didn't like the first Miss Captain Marvel.
No,
So
it's Larry Higgins,
Niobe. Yeah. Blink.
So
Blink. I love Blink. Nobody does Blink. I tell you what.
are we talking about Blink from the X-Men or
The X-Men, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because she does kind of. I could see why she does look kind of like Blink.
She
with
does,
the white eyes and the blue hair.
She was in Days of Future
Days
Past?
of Future Past.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
in The Gifted.
Yeah.
She was in The
Yes.
Gifted, but she wasn't as cool in The Gifted as she was in Days of Future Past. Days of Future Past.
The Gifted was pain.
That is one of the best uses of superheroes working as a team.
For Days of Future Past?
Days of Future Past. Absolutely.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, I love that movie. It also has Peter Dinklage in it.
Yeah, it does.
It has
But
Armin Zola.
I'm not running that over. But
Anyway.
the way that they help each power enhanced everybody else's, like Blink and Bishop, or like she would open up a portal and they would go through and like an attack or whatever.
Fire guns and everything. Yeah,
Right.
it was awesome.
It was great. They don't do that enough. Like Justice League, they didn't. What you had like Aquaman, like
it is her coloring.
Yeah, it absolutely. It's a color theory thing. The purple and the pink are complementary.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
and it makes it very memorable.
Yeah,
as a character. So,
but
anyway,
what were we talking about? Okay.
Oh, Blink, which is it's one of those things that they don't. You are right though. And I do agree with with you, and I think you said this too, it was Infinity War and Endgame. After that, they don't do a lot of these team attack type abilities.
No, and I really enjoy it. That's what I like to see, and X-Men has done it the best.
I agree.
Because even though you could say that the fight scene in the first ever X-Men movie was a little anticlimactic. It really kind of was.
I'm going to be honest with you. I hardly remember that movie.
Exactly, because it was anticlimactic.
Fair. Yes.
The scene where they're trapped in the Statue of Liberty, right? The torch is blown apart. The machine is supposed to go and turn all the senators and everything on Ellis Island into mutants.
Is that where Storm shocks Toad's tongue?
Yes, that's what happens to Toad whenever they're. She didn't want to say that line, right? Holly Berry did not want to say that line.
I don't remember that line. I just remember
the line is. So what happens to it? What happens to a toad when they're shocked by lightning? What? The same thing that happens to everything else, and that was it. I should never reminded you that.
No, now I remember that. That's a terrible line.
It is horrible.
Because that's just common fucking sense, you stupid idiot.
It's like you made. Man, did you ever hear about did we talk about how they tricked Holly Berry into being in X-Men The Last Stand?
No.
Oh my gosh. So basically, I don't think she was really going to come back for the third one, right? But then they wrote a script. And this is why Matthew Vaughn, who did First Class and Kingsman, and Kick-Ass, that director. I think we might have touched on this. And so basically, they wrote a script. It was a dummy script that centered completely around Storm. And Storm in Africa, and so the third movie was really going to be gearing in on Storm.
Oh, so it's Black Panther.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. Let's be honest. If you're going to kill Xavier out, you needed to concentrate on Storm.
Sure.
Storm was the next in line to be leader.
Sure.
Even
No, I
over
agree.
Cyclops, Storm was the next. She was the
I
only
agree.
one that's level-headed. I love Scott. I do, but he goes off. He gets too emotional and goes off the hook too much, right?
Yeah,
So
which makes him hilarious. But anyway,
well,
yeah, continue.
But
Anyway.
anyway, Cyclops is my boy. I like Cyclops.
I do.
Anyway,
Well, like
yeah,
Cyclops
not
and
many people
Nightcrawler.
do.
Anyway.
Oh, I love Nightcrawler too. Anyway, but the
Yeah,
point being
Alan
is,
Cummings
that's
is a great Nightcrawler.
oh my gosh, X2 was awesome. That first
Anyway,
that opening scene.
continue. Shut
This
up.
is what
we're
happens when we have a
discussing
show
Alan
like this.
Yes. Shut up.
Anyway.
Continue.
Okay, so they wrote this script. Matthew Vaughn gets the script, and they said, "Look, really, it's not an official script. We're just giving this to Holly Berry so she agrees to sign on, and then we're changing the script." So it was a dummy script to get her to sign on. So don't hold that's why you can't hold actors accountable when they get scripts.
I agree. Yes.
If it's a bad movie, don't hold the actor accountable for that. They might have gotten a different script when they signed on, but now she signed on. Now we're going to switch the script because script changes happen. And basically, what they did to Storm was criminal. And Matthew Vaughn knew that was going to happen, and basically opted out of being in the movie or directing the movie, which is a shame because I think he's a fantastic director.
Sure.
I love Kingsman. I love Kick-Ass. He has a good visual style.
Kingsman is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, look, that freaking church scene. I think we talked about it before.
So
You're just not. Oh my gosh, it's just amazing.
I
haven't gotten to see Argyle yet, so.
That's how my love for Taron Egerton came to be.
Okay, well, yeah, I think that's everybody.
I mean, yeah, but it's like I watched Rocket Man and I love that as well. Like Rocket Man is a great movie.
They were like really good friends.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. He I guess he comes over to their place like once a week just to chill.
I think he actually went on tour with Elton.
He did, yes, and then he also too Elton John gave Taron like journals and like other facts about him during this, and I think like Elton also handpicked him to play him.
Well, okay, he was such an Elton John fan. I know that, but I don't know how the timeline works because Kingsman 2, Elton John was in.
I hated that
Kingsman
movie,
2.
But anyway, that was the best part, though.
I'll get you. No, look, anything that you put Channing Tatum in is subject to be lousy.
It's stupid. Listen,
okay,
I can bitch about that movie all day. So,
which again, we shouldn't hold Halle Berry accountable for being in that movie.
No, absolutely. I agree with you that we should never hold actors
unless it's Channing Tatum. Unless it's
Channing Tatum. Unless it's in Magic Mike, because I get it. But
golly, they got another one coming out.
God, I hope not. But I don't like the fact. Wait, no. What were you saying with the second Kingsman movie?
No, I mean that was horrible. The Statesman it was horrible.
And
that was like Pedro Pascal coming up in the ranks, like to be recognized as somebody.
No, I hate the fact that there's these two things that do the same exact thing, but none of them fucking knew about each other.
Yeah,
that was the dumbest. Yeah. Like they walked down and they like bottled this whiskey. First off, the entire thing is based on a guess.
Is it really?
Yes. So when you walked down, when what's his name? Merlin. He was in Shazam as the main villain, which is also a great movie if anybody ever gets watching.
Right.
But
Mark something.
Mark Strut something. Anyway.
Yeah.
Martin Short, whatever. But it's him and
Mark Strong.
Mark Strong. Yeah. So him and Taron Egerton go down into this bunker after everybody from the first movie becomes essential and then is killed in the second movie, which defeats the whole fucking purpose of them becoming primaries.
Okay, so all right.
Lancelot.
Right. Yeah, but he died in the first one, didn't he?
No, she died in the second movie.
Right. Okay, it was just her and Eggy that ended up alive at the end of it, and Merlin.
Well, yeah,
Right?
but everybody else did as well. So, like, when you watched it,
I gotta go back.
listen,
and
I
rewatch
fucking
it.
hate that movie, so it doesn't really remember. I don't really fucking care. My point is, though, is that
For, but stuff for saving the world. Yeah, that's
butt stuff. Yeah,
that was-
butt stuff for saving the world. Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, that was a scene.
that was a scene. That was the thing, and it happened.
But yeah, I can see why that would be something that stands out.
I don't remember a fucking point, but Taron Egerton.
Well, no,
and
it was horrible.
It was a fucking terrible movie, but the only scene that I love about that was the Elton John scenes.
Right.
Because it was, we need to save Elton John, and I related. And
well, I think
I love Elton John. I'm an Elton John fan.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Let me guess, you like Lion King.
No, I like Daniel in the Sky, and I'm Still Standing, or Daniel.
It's just Daniel.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. Go fuck yourself. So Daniel and I'm Still Standing.
You were what, 4 years old when Lion King came out, right?
Yes, but that's
okay. So you grew up with Lion King, right?
I like Lion King, but that's not why I like Elton John to like Elton John. Like,
yeah, now, but I mean, who introduced you to who introduced you to Elton John music?
Lion King.
Okay,
and
don't
Phil
feel
Collins
ashamed about that. It's not a bad thing.
and Phil Collins introduced me to Tarzan. Or Tarzan introduced me to Phil Collins. Shut up,
but that's
fucking
fine.
old man. No,
That's
I know.
Fine. It's only if you're 24 and you're just getting introduced to Elton John by Lion King is the problem. Other than that, you're good. You're good. No, that's okay.
No,
because McDonald's came out with that greatest hits right after Lion King came out of Elton John music.
What?
Yeah, they had like 3 or 4 CDs, different CDs of different artists, and one of them was Elton John's greatest hits, which had like Tiny Dancer, Honky Cat, those kind of things.
Get back on the cat.
Get back in the. But I don't think it had. But it did not have Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, which is kind of interesting, or Candle in the Wind, for that matter. That just wasn't good. That was too good for McDonald's.
I think it's also too. Those were too deep for, McDonald's.
For a Happy Meal, yeah, I agree.
For a Happy Meal. Here's
it had like Crocodile Rock and I was about to say Lao the Crocodile, but that's not right.
So fun fact about Crocodile Rock, and we're getting to Elton John facts because fuck you.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So did you know that he hates that song?
Is it because he's singing with Muppets?
No, because it's not about anything. Like the only reason why he did it was because he wanted to make he was told to make a song that would be good in the States and be a hit. So he made Crocodile Rock, and it's a bullshit song.
Yeah.
And he hates that song.
But he still sings it.
He does.
No, I don't know. Does he?
No, he doesn't sing it in concert anymore. My brother saw him in concert a couple of years ago, and he did Cold Heart with DeLupa or whatever as a backtrack, but he did not do Crocodile Rock because he hates that song.
Well, no, but
his COVID album is actually really good.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, Tiny Dancer with Britney Spears.
No, I didn't know he did that.
Oh yeah, it's fucking awesome. He also does like Gorillaz he does the Gorillaz Pink Panther.
No, I don't know it.
Oh damn, yeah, look it up. It's awesome. I love. First off, I'm a big Gorillaz fan, so.
That was a band that I would have liked to have seen when they came out years ago, like with Demon Days. But now, not so much. Really? Have you ever seen? Yeah, well, no, because have you ever seen a concert from Gorillaz at that point in time? Because they were still hot. Okay, everybody knew it was the lead singer of Blur.
Right? I was the lead singer of Sponge.
No, lead singer of Blur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, lead singer of Sponge. I don't know who the hell that is.
I knew it was somebody around that time period. So
yeah, no, Blur.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
like song 1. Woohoo!
Yeah.
So everybody knew that, but they were. You've seen the BMAs or whatever where they came out as cartoons and did the Pepper's Ghost thing with the hologram. You know what a Pepper's Ghost is, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody who doesn't know what a Pepper's Ghost is, look it up. Anyway, no, but it's basically a hologram. That's what they do with Tupac and everything at Coachella and shit. But their concerts, they weren't doing that per se. And now I think they actually do their concerts where they're actually there. But they're there, but they're like, it's like dimly lit, and it was behind silhouettes and puppets and things of that nature, right? And it was very atmospheric.
Yeah.
And I don't think they do that anymore. And that's when I would have liked to have seen Gorillaz live. Now, not so much.
I don't know if they do that now, because that was what was it? Death Clock used to do that too.
Oh, I didn't know that they toured. I don't know too much about Death Clock.
Oh, they did. They toured the Baby.
I know
Metal.
Brendan Smalls. That's about.
Oh, okay.
As far as Death Clock is concerned,
Baby Metal toured with them. With Death Clock. Listen, okay. I love Baby Metal.
I figure you would.
Because here's the thing, those fucking girls put on one hell of a performance.
I think I know them. I haven't watched.
Listen, I'm not a gatekeeper of metal, like at all. I love metal. I love aggressive, like deathcore, death metal, alternative stuff, and everything. But you want to mix it up and you want to throw pop fucking music in that, like it
works sometimes.
It does.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, metal rap metal is like amazing. It's just it's fucking incredible. I gotta have Tifa listen to Baby Metal because I love them. Give Me Chocolate is an amazing song, and you can
I don't know. I don't know anything about them other than I think I saw them on like I don't know Jimmy Fallon or something like that. That's about.
They were on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, that's about as far as I know. And well, see, that's the thing that got me because it's like because when you're like us and you are a weeb and you do know all that kind of things, you see that kind of popularity, and you're just kind of like